Good morning, Sacajawea! My name is Sean Jordan, and I am Chief Operations Officer for Spokane Public Schools, and I would like to welcome you to the Sacajawea Middle School groundbreaking ceremony. I would like to start by thanking the Sacajawea Band under the direction of Dan Nord for starting us off with music, and at this time, I would like to have the Sacajawea Choir perform the Star Spangled Banner under the direction of Jennifer Pierman. Would you all please stand? And if you would remain standing, please, if you would remain standing, I would like to now invite up. I would like to now bring up 7th grade second vice president, Maeve Cronin, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Maven. Thank you, Sacajawea Choir. Yes, you may sit down. At this time, would you please join me in welcoming from our school board, Director Melissa Bedford, to read the People's Land Acknowledgement.
Good morning, everyone. It's so great to see all these smiling faces. All right, so every community owes its existence and vitality to generations from around the world who contributed to their hopes, dreams, and energy to making the history that led to this moment. Some were brought here against their will, some were drawn to leave their distant homes in hope of a better life, and some have lived on this land since time immemorial. Truth and acknowledgement are critical to building mutual respect and connection across all barriers of heritage and difference. So we begin this event acknowledging that we are on the ancestral lands of the Spokane tribe of Indians and a multitude of tribes who are connected through shared history of trade, celebration, and resources. We make this acknowledgement to pay respect to their elders, past and present, whose knowledge remains on the land. Please take a moment to consider the many legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and settlement that brings us together here today. And please join us in continuing to learn about such truths and actions that we can take towards restorative justice.
Thank you, Director Bedford. It is so wonderful to be here at Sacajawea Middle School with all of you today. I want to thank you for how respectful you have been thus far as each individual is speaking to you this morning. Thank you for that. But before before we get started, I just need to ask you something. I just need to know something, because someone told me, and I just need to know if this is true. I was told that Sacajawea Middle School has the #1 student body in the nation, and I just want to know, is that true? Is that true? It is absolutely an exciting time at Sacajawea. Over the next 18 months, you will watch the construction of a new school that will provide future generations of students like you a new home for learning, playing, and growing. For some of you, this will be the future school of your children, your nieces and nephews, and maybe even for some, your future grandchildren. You are all members of a very special group that will be the last students here in the original Sacajawea, with all its rich history and tradition that began when this school was first constructed and opened in 1960, over 60 years ago. So today is significant as it marks the start of a new beginning, and you are here to witness it. At this time, I would like to introduce to you your principal, Mrs. Leidy, to share some thoughts.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to thank all of you for coming and attending this important moment for Sacajawea. The past few years have definitely shown us how central the schoolhouse is to a community, how much we are dependent on to help families. While we look forward to a new, beautiful space, thoughtfully and carefully designed with our children at the forefront of every single decision we made, we know that a school is far more than the steel beams, the bricks, and the wooden boards. Sacagawea's rich traditions of academic excellence and its commitment to caring for each child who walks through its doors will continue, whether we are in this building or the new one. It is the people who make our school exceptional, and for those people whom I am most grateful. I want to thank our design team for the hours invested to ensure every detail is ironed out and every square inch scrutinized. We can't wait for the new experiences and learning opportunities that will be made possible by the new spaces. Thank you to ALSC for listening to who we are and bringing our vision to life, and thank you to our district leadership, school board, and voters for the commitment and investment in the middle school experience. Go T-Birds! Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome up to the podium a familiar face to all 8th graders, former Sacajawea principal, the director of Southwest Schools, Jeremy Oakes.
Well, first, I just want to acknowledge the student body. I think that the fact that this is the first time you've been in this space all together the entire year, and how you are acting and behaving is just unbelievable. And I'm so thankful for all of you, and it speaks volumes to the staff and students at this amazing school. So thank you for that. It's unreal. I want to thank the student body again, and I want to thank the Sacajawea staff and design team. The work that went into creating this amazing space that all of you get to be a part of is just, it's mind-blowing. So thank you for that. I also want to thank Ms. Leidy. She's provided some real steady leadership in some really uncertain times. So thank you very much for Ms. Leidy for helping kind of lead this whole ship through this process. Let's give Ms. Leidy a quick hand. That's pretty amazing. Mr. Jordan talked a little bit about it, but the construction in 1960 of Sacajawea Middle School opened with 1,131 students. That's a lot of kids in this space. And knowing that you get to be a part of that in the near future is just awesome. I was blessed to just be a small part of that history in Sacajawea, and I'm very fortunate for that. And I'm super excited for what the future holds for all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oakes. And now, also fortunate to have with us today your superintendent, also a former Sacajawea principal, Dr. Adam Swinyard.
Well, this is like a nightmare for students. You have all these former principals up here. You know, I'm not surprised to come into the gym today and see the incredible job that you are doing right now and paying attention, the way you came in, you sat down, the fact that it's your first time for many of you in this space as a group. It just isn't a reflection of how amazing of a school this is. I got to learn that as the principal. I'm going to be able to see that as a parent. And there's a special tradition. When I was here, I don't know if you still say this, but we talked about the SAC way. And there is a special way about doing school that this school has reflected for a really long time. And as has been mentioned, it's about the people. There is an amazing group of adults that work in this building, some of which, Mr. Slauson, that used to go here as a student, that have cared so deeply about your experience and your future. And you represent now a part of that tradition, and you have an opportunity to set and strengthen that tradition in a new building and a new space. I want to thank the voters. Make sure that when you're out in the community, whether you're across the street at the coffee shop, which I've heard all sorts of things about how you like to go to the coffee shop across the street. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for helping to work through that. But as you're out with neighbors and your grandparents and your friends and your families, please thank them for supporting you having a new school, and your brothers and your sisters and those that will come after you to have a new school. Thank you to everyone that participated on the planning committee. There are literally millions and millions of decisions that get made when you build a new school. And we are so grateful that you've been a part of what that's going to look like. And we want you to feel like that space belongs to you and that you had a voice in it. And thank you to the architects and the contractors. You're going to be able to watch an amazing project come up over the next few months that takes so many decisions and so many different people to make happen. So thank you for who you are and what you have done to make this school special. And thank you for what you're going to do to carry that tradition forward.
Thank you, Dr. Swinyard. We are also fortunate to have School Board Vice President Nikki Lockwood. She would like to say a few words. Nikki?
I'll start by saying I'm not a principal. I wasn't a principal here, but I was a parent here. One of my daughters went through and Dr. Swinyard was the principal, and I spent every Tuesday in the book room volunteering. So I'm happy to be with you all today, celebrating this momentous occasion. It's been a very challenging 2 years, almost to the date, so I just wanted to acknowledge that. And to say to students that we continue to be here for you. That's why we're here. And to staff, thank you for the hard work. Challenge after challenge, you come every day in your frontline positions, and I and so many people are so grateful for that. So I just want to say thank you to staff. Building a new middle school is a reflection of our Spokane values, and I believe that it's centered in our love for students. Spokane loves our students, and that love is shown in many ways. I want to thank the students, parents, and education and design experts that several years ago spent a year of their valuable time working through how to make the middle school experience better, to keep what works and listening for what can be improved. One thing we heard loud and clear was the need to build a physical space that allows for the sense of connection and belonging for every single one of you. That work will be reflected in the design of your new school. That love of students is also reflected in the fact that Spokane voters said yes to millions of dollars to create new middle schools that allow for, one, smaller class size at the elementary level, and two, to make room for grade 6 in our new middle schools. So a lot of gratitude goes out to our voters and the community that repeatedly say yes to improvements to our school. This old building of Sacajawea has served thousands of families well, excuse me, for many years, and it's time for something new. We look forward to the improvements in our new facilities, just like we make improvements to curriculum, instruction, school lunch, and safety. As new evidence-based learning, community voice, and data show us there is a better way. Our community is stronger when you all succeed. Students, we love you. You're the reason we're all here, and we look forward to your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Lockwood. As has been said, building a new school is a long and detailed process that takes a big team of architects, designers, and contractors. Leading that work in our district is our Director of Capital Projects, Greg Forsyth, who will recognize the team. Greg?
Thank you, Sean. Hello, Sacajawea. Hello, public. I'd first like to thank the voters of Spokane for supporting the bond in a record number in 2018, our middle school bond. And within that, we started a process in which all of our schools are put together and designed around a core set of values, but they are individualized by each staff and students at the schools. And our design team that helped us facilitate that here at Sacajawea was ALSC Architects. We have some representatives here, if they would just raise their hand, please. Thank you very much, ALSC. The contractors that will be doing this project that you'll see on our site very often is Leidig Construction. They're a local Spokane partner of ours, and I would also like to recognize the representatives of Leidig. They're over here, I think. And lastly, the representative of Spokane Public Schools who will manage this process is Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan has a special tie to Sacajawea. He's had 3 daughters go through this facility and move forward into a lot of success. So Mike, if you'd raise your hand. So now we're going to have 2 people unveil our construction sign. So I'm going to ask Jody Kittle of ALSC Architect and Ken Schwartz of Leidig Construction to come over. And we'll give them a countdown from 3, 2, 1 when they get there. So if you're ready to join me, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Jody. At this time, given that we have this opportunity to all be together for the first time this year, I would like to introduce to you the Sacajawea drill team under the direction of Nancy Nicholas and Erica Leland. Thank you, Sacajawea drill team. Let's give them another round of applause. First con of the year. Well, now is the time for the official first shovel of dirt. And I'm going to call the individuals down that are going to grab hard hats and shovels. To start, we have a very, very special guest from across the way, from Jefferson Elementary, here to participate in the first shoveling of dirt is a member of the first 6th grade class that will be in the new Sacajawea in the fall of 2023. 4th grader from Jefferson Elementary, would you welcome Eli Rowe? And joining Eli, board member Nikki Lockwood, board member Melissa Bedford, our superintendent and former Sacajawea principal, Adam Swinyard, your principal, Tracy Leidy, former Sacajawea principal, Jeremy Oakes, our 7th grade 2nd vice president, Maven Cronin, and a very special Sacajawea T-Bird, the one and only staff member retiring this year, Mr. Joe Slauson. Our Capital Projects Director, Greg Forsyth. ALSC Architect Lead, Ken Murphy. And from Lighted Construction again, Larry Schwartz. We need a drum roll, and then I need all of you, once we get everybody ready. Oh, wow. Everybody got a shovel? We're going to count down from 5. Here we go. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! And thank you for being here today. You were all wonderful. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you to everyone.